good afternoon, good evening. Light is coming down. Sitting on the floor. I hope everyone's having a lovely and peaceful day. Mellow's laying down in my little hole that I have. Just gonna turn the music down a little, and I hope everyone's had a really nice day. I will try and do some healing tomorrow. I am just sorry, I just not in the right mind space to healing today. I'm just going to do a little reading for whoever's watching, and I hope everyone's having a lovely, peaceful, kind, loving day, and that there is goodness and kindness around you. And on the 23rd of May, I get to have a ride in my ex-boyfriend's brand new Tesla. It's never been owned before, brand new. He buys all of his cars brand new. But I'm not a Tesla girl, as in it's very minimalist, not my sort of car. It's his car, of course. He's just my friend, but I'm excited to be in a little electric car like that. I've been in the electric Volvo, and yeah, it was quite nice. It was lovely. But I'm excited to try I'm interested to see, because it's an electric car. I love cars. I'm a car person. And I'm excited to see and see the interior, because the interior is very minimalistic. I love like the Jaguars and the old walnut, like Rolls Royce, and the walnut interiors that they used to have of classic cars. I still like that look, and like the BMWs, how you sit down into it, like you sort of did with the Saab. I used to have a Saab, and you sort of felt very much like being in the cockpit, which is what Saab was. It used to do planes, and yeah, I love cars. But I'm excited to see the Tesla, because I've heard so much about them, and I'm interested from my point of view is, because they're electric, what is the road noise? And because if you have an electric car, you want it to be very quiet, obviously. Not always, but some people like myself would. But I'm wondering about the insulation within the cockpit of the car, how soft it is, and how insulated it is or is not, and is there road noise from the tires, and can you hear it, and is it very loud? So I'm interested to hear all of those noises and see how things are. But yes, my ex-boyfriend guy, he loves Elon. I do too. And yeah, I love cars too. But I'm going to do a little reading for whoever is watching. And I actually had little warts on my hands, and I had them all burnt off, so my hands are very painful at the moment, and are really painful and sore. They're not big warts, by the way. They were tiny little ones, but when you get them burnt off, obviously the skin heals, and part of the healing is skin getting a little bigger, and the water actually starts to heal where that element is. I'm starting to heal from the burn to protect it. So yeah, I don't know who it is that someone tunes into in my readings or healings. As I said, I don't always know who everyone is, but there's someone, I don't know who they are, and I don't know, I'm going to turn this down a little. There is someone I feel who is taking a medication that may be a prescription medication for some type of, maybe it's clarity to, maybe they have a head a little bit like mine, where when I think, I have so much happening in my head that I need to know so much information and get so much overload and sensory overload, and sometimes it's a lot. I've learnt to make it a little easier on myself, but I don't want to take drugs or anything that makes me feel weird or strange or different. But I feel there's someone who might be taking some sort of prescribed medication. I feel it sounds like Kellogg's, like the cereal. There's some similar sounding note I'm getting in my head. It's something like Kellogg's or something with a K. Please just be very careful. Sometimes when people take things to an extent when they're taking it over the prescribed dose because it makes them feel a little okay or out there or different or relaxed or easy, you have to remember that that's not happening as just, I'm guessing, one medicated dose of what medication you're meant to have each day, but it's happening because you're taking more than prescribed. And we have to remember times when we do things like that, not when we, but when whoever it is taking things like that. Sometimes you can take one too many and you don't come back from that, literally, meaning you don't just stop it, you've got to stop it. If you need some sort of release, maybe try, if you're a guy or a man and you drink, I don't think drinking's good for anyone, nor do I think drugs are good either. But if you have a little glass of port or something, it might just relax you enough to relax and help you. But when you're taking something that's prescribed, you're taking it more than you should to get some sort of great feeling, because it takes the edge off of your mind. One day you might take too much because you're thinking it's helping your mind, and you might not actually be around to see tomorrow. I am just warning whoever this person is, because whoever you are, you're someone who's I don't know who you are, but I just feel like Napoleon. There's something very precious about you to society, and like Napoleon was precious to Josephine, you're precious to people in society, and there are people that love and care for you very dearly. Please protect and look after yourself. Sometimes an overload of information and sensory overload and just different neurological neurons firing here, there and everywhere, and things can be very, very hard. But learning to meditate sounds very simplistic and easy, and something that probably doesn't work, but I'm telling you it does work, and it does take that pressure off, and it does help heal. Today, please treat people with love and respect like you would wish others to treat you. You don't know what anyone's going through in this world, and I have to say, always be a good person, do the right thing, don't be dishonest or disrespectful to others. And if you feel you have to hide and pretend you're someone else in society, then you're not appreciating who you actually are in life, and the love and kindness and the specialness that you yourself are. By saying something to somebody else, you could make somebody's whole day, maybe the whole year. Playing games and pretending to be somebody else, or to talk to someone because you're too scared to talk to them because you're scared of rejection, or you don't really know what they're like, or you don't want them to really know who you are. It's not being truthful to yourself, let alone anybody else. The most respect you get in life is when you behave and act according and take responsibility for yourself and your actions. Actions speak louder than words at times. And if you can't say nothing nice, don't say anything at all. And if you have to feel you need to argue or always have to debate and people don't think good of you and things like that, you're wrong. You're really wrong. You're your worst enemy. People care and love you very much. You just have to learn to love yourself. If you may be a female or a male and you're wanting love, or you're always searching for love, always seeking and searching for love, whoever you are, that grandeur love is there, but you have to appreciate it, and you need to know that people shouldn't have to be everything on your terms. Also, if you really care about somebody and you really would like to meet them, you've always sort of liked them, and you live on the other side of the world, I don't know why I'm saying this, but there must be some symbolic nature of why I say it. But sometimes being like the prince and Snow White. Snow White was a beautiful person and the prince was lovely too. And sorry, that's my washing machine. If you want to have a lovely Snow White in your life, someone who's beautiful and kind and loving and loves you, you've got to treat women in respect, and vice versa. You have to treat people with respect and care and kindness. You have to look, gone are the days, this is what I just don't, saying to my neighbour, gone are the days where men like to support and care and help with women and relationships. Now it's so hard. It's like, as a woman, you have to do everything yourself, get your house, get everything, and it's hard. It's really hard, and it's emotionally really very difficult at times, because when you're on one wage, and like myself, I have chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia, so there's only so many days I can do things, and other days I just can't do things. I'm just exhausted, but I have to pay everything I have, and it's so hard. It's so hard. Years ago, there used to be nuclear families, a husband and the wife, and most wives stayed home and didn't work. These days, more women work because of the feminists arguably fought for their rights to do what they want to do, which they did, but I think they also diminished a lot of things for women's rights as well. And I say this and it's true, to find a gentleman in life, an actual gentleman, a man that really cares and loves and doesn't mind helping or supporting, or I don't know where they are. I don't know where those Prince Charmings are, but it's something that just doesn't happen. And I think those children who had fathers and mothers where the father felt that he was giving all the money and then thought that his wife was doing nothing, and then she'd have to get and do what she called the minimal amount of money to help the family if she broke up with the husband or something. And I think a lot of people my age group, it's harder to meet as a female a man that's more kind and supportive, and that can love for loving, not because of any other reason but love, and that you both work on each other like a car. You still have to wash a car and polish it. You have to put work into things. When you meet somebody, you have to put work into the relationships. It's not all one way. It doesn't matter if you're from rags to riches, you still have to put work into things. And sometimes the most meanest people in life sometimes are the most wealthy people, because they know how to be more mindful with their money. I don't mean that nastily, but sometimes it is. Sometimes sometimes people who are a bit more educated and wealthier and things like that think, because of what they've been through as children in divorce states, don't want to see help the woman in the same way, because they feel that someone wants to be with them because of what they have, not who they are. And I think anyone who thinks that about themselves is very selfishly wrong and doesn't realize the love that the people who have finances in the world can have by loving somebody because you love them, not because you believe of what they have. And in olden times, men, it wasn't a man didn't turn around and say, well, I've supported you, you owe me this or you owe me that. That was sort of how things were, and now it's like, it's a world that's so much harder to live in, I think. Anyway, I'll do the cards. I'm only do a few. You don't want to hear my twaddle, do you? But it's just, yeah, it is very hard financially by yourself. Even if you're a man by yourself without a partner, and you can work and have a good job and have an okay pay, and you have the health to put into working and stuff like that. Not everybody has the health to put in every single day to work, and it's hard. And I know myself, like, people who have issues with just doing things, people don't understand what it's like to have an illness which you cannot see. People just don't understand. It's harder, much harder. Then I'm just gonna do some cards, and I just think I want all of you to have a beautiful day, to be kind to yourself, be caring. And if you feel you have to change yourself or hide yourself because you want to talk to somebody, you really want to talk to somebody, it's like somebody, I don't know who it is, it's like somebody I feel has someone's phone number, or had someone's phone number and doesn't have it anymore, and occasionally would call them occasionally. Whoever that person is, just, no matter where you live, who you are, or what you do, if you're meant to meet somebody and are destined to meet you, I'm sure you will like each other and things will work out. But if you're too scared to show your face of who you are, Or even if you go and meet the person, and it doesn't matter who you are or who you say you are, you'll know instantaneously if you're both meant to be for each other. You'll feel it. You feel it in your heart. But you have to be, it's not a world war trying to hide who you are. And I don't understand why, but someone's really trying to